Welcome to Whole Nation. I'm Rich Pyle, your host, and with me today in the studio is somebody that we're honored to be our guest, Alan Massey. Alan, welcome to Whole Nation.
Glad to be here.
So tell me, Alan, how did you get involved with cornhole, the sport in the ACO?
Well, I started playing back in 2020. I kind of played backyard a little bit, and then I got to noticing that we had a organization right here in my hometown called 870 Cornhole Nation. So I kind of joined the group, and they're a great family.
And you thought, this is just a place for me.
And then when I started coming to these majors, my family just got bigger. And now, being my first time at Worlds, it's grown even much bigger.
So much bigger, in fact, that you decided that you wanted to become a lifetime member, right?
Yes, sure did.
So you got a lifetime tattoo. Now, where do you get it? On your shoulder?
I got it on this shoulder.
On this shoulder, right here. Let's take a look at that. So you're actually known now as one of your titles, right? As a lifetimer. What is it?
Either the PHV or the Purple Heart veteran.
You nearly gave the ultimate sacrifice, correct?
Yes.
You want to tell me about what happened that day?
Well, it was back in December 21st, in 2006. The unit I'm in is a route clearance team. What we did is we went out and hunted the IEDs that was out in Iraq, destroyed them if we could. Now, granted, some of them destroyed before we got there or destroyed on us. So that particular day, we was out on a mission, and I got hit by one of the IEDs. Penetrated the vehicle, got the vehicle on fire.
So you and your whole team, right?
Yes.
And what kind of vehicle was that again? You showed me the pictures.
It was a Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yes.
Which is just like a giant steel military truck, right?
Yeah. Kind of looked like it's kind of like a spork, like your plastic fork
spoon. Yeah.
They kind of had that we can pick up for bombs or whatever and take off the device that may be on them to disarm it.
Right. So when you picked this up, they detonated it.
Yes.
And so your whole Buffalo was on fire.
Correct. When we caught on fire, I just immediately, I guess the adrenaline kicked in. I grabbed the fire extinguisher. Another one of the soldiers I was with stepped out there with me, and while I'm putting this out, we're taking fire by the enemy. And when I got done with putting this thing out and getting back into the Buffalo, I'm thinking, you're an idiot. Why did you do this? And it just dawned on me, it was the adrenaline that got me to do this and get everything done.
So it was the adrenaline
Yes.
that kicked in, and you didn't realize that you were injured.
No.
But you decided that you needed to do what? I mean, what were you doing?
Well, once we got everything out, I kind of evaluated everybody who was in there. Well, two of them needed to be evac'd out, or air evac, as some people call it. So we had to call them to get evacuated out by air. And me and another guy stood back, and we had to finish this mission with other of our other guys. So we kind of limped this thing back to our base, finished our mission before we realized what actually happened to all of us.
Right. So when you got back to your base,
Right.
that's when you realized that you were seriously injured yourself.
Yeah. I've done some damage to my knee. Hurt my back. I've actually have 2 rods in my back. I just recently, last year, had total knee replacement done. I've got traumatic brain injury. That was caused from the concussion that I got from the explosion. So.
But because of your service and what you did and how you selfishly or selfishlessly put your own body at risk and your life at risk to be able to finish the mission and protect the rest of the guys that were in your crew, you won an award for that, correct?
Yes.
And what was that award?
It was a Purple Heart Award.
The Purple Heart Award. We are proud and honored to have you here in Whole Nation, and I know that Frank and the whole family, the ACO family, is proud to have you a member of the ACO family.
I'm glad to be a member.
Alan, it's been my pleasure to have you in Whole Nation. Thank you. Come back anytime, buddy.
Thank you for letting me be here.
Thanks. Thank you, everyone, for watching this episode of Whole Nation. I'm your host, Rich Pyle, reminding you that whether it's slick or sticky side down, you got to bring it.